Hey, what's up, chat? Welcome to Unit 8, Day 1. In this lesson today, we are looking at slope, Y-intercept, and we'll briefly kind of nod at independent and dependent variables. Okay, so we're going to be finding key characteristics. Also, we're going to be able to write a linear equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, and so let's just go ahead and dive in. I've said a lot of specific terms. Okay, so let's start by defining what I mean. Okay, so the slope-intercept form of a linear equation. Well, let's talk about a linear equation. All a linear equation is an equation that is represented by a line on a graph. Okay, so when you hear linear, you should think that it is a line. Okay, it makes a straight line. And this equation can be displayed or shown on a graph, okay? And so the standard form of writing it is y equals mx plus b, okay? So that is the slope-intercept form where y equals the dependent variable. If you will remember from last unit, Dixie Royd, the y and the d, right? It is the dependent variable, or it is the y value. M is the slope, okay? Or that is the rate that it is changing. It is the slope. X is the independent variable. Okay. Or it is the x value. And B, it is the Y-intercept. And the Y-intercept is the point where the line crosses the y-axis. So it's the place where the line crosses the y-axis. Okay, and we're gonna see that here in just a minute. But first, let's look at some questions where all we have to do is identify the slope and the y-intercept. All right, these are very simple questions. We just got to remember that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, right? Where the m represents the slope, okay? And the b represents the y-intercept, okay? And so this year, they're going to always be written like this. When you move into Algebra 1 next year, there's going to be different ways this is writing, and you have to rewrite it. But in this, for this year, in this unit, it's going to always be written in y equals mx plus b form and slope-intercept form. And so all you got to do is just simply identify. Okay, so for m, my m is 3, so my slope is 3, and then my y-intercept is 2. Okay, and so whatever operation is in front of that will need to go with the y-intercept. Okay, so we'll see in the next example. But that's it. For these sets of problems, all you are identifying is m is the slope, which is 3, the number in front of the coefficient in front of the variable, and then identifying the constant that's by itself, that is the y-intercept. All right, let's look at the next one. Again, this is written in slope-intercept form. We're identifying the slope in the... So there is no number in front of the x, but you must remember there is an imaginary 1 there, okay? And so our slope is going to be 1, and our y-intercept, or where it crosses the y-axis, is going to be at -5, okay? And so this may not mean a whole lot right now, just seeing the equation, but when we graph it, this will make a lot more sense once we see it on the graph, and we'll do that in the next side. All right, so hey, I want you to pause this video really quickly, and I want you to go ahead and identify the slope and the y-intercept for example number 3 and 4. All right, so the slope is 3/4. The y-intercept is -1. Okay. Easy money. Identify the slope and the y-intercept. The slope here is, again, it's the number in front of the letter. It is the coefficient. And then the b is the constant by itself. It is -3. All right. All right, so that's simple. We're just identifying the slope and the y-intercept when it's written. Now I want to talk about writing a linear equation in slope-intercept form when you have a graph. Okay, and so real quick, I just want to review, right? We've slope is, right, it is the change in the y, right? Because remember, it is rise over run, okay? So that is the vertical change. That's how much we're going up. This is vertical, all right? So it's rise, we're going up, and then we are running. Okay, so it's rise over run, all right? So all we got to do is we got to identify 2 points, okay? And then we go rise, up 2, then we run, 3, okay? Again, up 2, over 3, another point, okay? Up 2, over 3, another point would be here, right? And so this, even though the line only goes here, those arrows mean that this line will go forever. And I could also go in the opposite direction. I would go down 2 and then back 3, okay? So anyway, so that's my slope, right? And then the y-intercept, and I said this, but now we get to see this, right? The y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, okay? And so the linear equation in slope-intercept form for this one would be y equals x minus 2, where the negative 2 is the y-intercept, so that means it crosses the y-axis at negative 2, okay? So that's what that means. That's what that looks like, okay? All right, and so now we're just going to be given the graph, right? And we got to figure out, okay, what is our linear equation, okay? So we got to find the slope, and we got to find the y-intercept and then put it in y equals mx plus b. I would always start by finding the y-intercept, okay? Because that is the point that's super clear, right? It is, you're looking for where it crosses the y-axis, and it crosses the y-axis at positive 4. So my y-intercept is going to be positive 4, all right? Then from there, I need to identify another point on my graph, okay? I could go here. There. This is the first point that I could also go here. There, I can find any 2 points, okay? And then from there, I need to find my slope, I need to do rise over run, okay? So slope, rise over run, okay? So I'm gonna, now this time I'm not rising, I gotta go down. So I'm going down -1, okay? Going down -1. And then I am running 1, 2, 3 to get there, okay? So my slope would be -1 over 3, all right? And so now that I have the m and the b, now I can write my equation in slope-intercept form, where it is going to be y equals m is the -1/3 x, and then the b is the positive 4, so it's plus 4. All right, and then I want to see if you can do this one on your own. So hey, hit that pause button and see if you can solve this one on your own. First, again, identify what is the y-intercept, then pick another point, find the slope, and then you can write your linear equation. All right, so I'm going to start by finding my y-intercept, which is at -3. It crosses the y-axis at -3. So -3 is my y-intercept, okay? And then I'm going to find another point. There's another point right there, okay? And so then I'm going to find my slope, right, by doing rise over run. So I'm going to rise 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was a positive 4 that I rose. And now I'm going to run 1, 2, and that is a positive 2. So I rose 4, then positive 2, okay? And so 4 divided by 2 is just going to give me, whenever you have a slope, you do want to simplify it if possible. So 4 divided by 2 is going to be 2, all right? And so now that I have the slope and the y-intercept, again, I'm writing this in y equals mx plus b, and I just plug in the values. So y equals m is 2, x, b is -3, and that is my equation in slope-intercept form for that graph. All right. Hey, so in this lesson, we have learned how to write an equation in a linear equation in slope-intercept form, given the slope and the y-intercept, as well as being able to describe it. All right. So, hey, hope this helps. Hey, let me know if you have any questions. Like it, comment, subscribe, send it to a friend. Grace and peace.